Hey, Monster on the beat, hey, Debo, hey, rap nigga, he a freak. Hey, man down, call an ambulance, tell him hey, bro, nail a nigga to the cross, he walk around like Tizo. All right. We're back with another season. I can't sing for shit, but that is exciting. That is exciting. We have great news. Welcome back to season 2 of Life Be Lifing, the podcast. And we are switching things up a little bit with a new co-host. No one other than one of my bestest friends, April.
Hey guys.
How are you? You thought I was going to say your maiden name again? I learned from my mistakes.
I'll take that. Good job. Because I understand how you still be saying your friend's maiden name because that's all you know. Like,
Yep.
Jay, I still have her maiden name in my phone.
I know, really? That's so funny. But yeah, because you've known them since before marriage. So it's just like, that's what you always called her, right?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, because, life be lifing.
Life. But anyway, welcome everyone to season 2. I am so excited because we've been trying to start this podcast for season 2, but it's been hard because my previous co-host, Doopsy, is all the way in Nigeria, and it's just been so hard for us to kind of find the perfect time to do this together because she, of course, is 6 hours away from me and she's super busy and life is going on great for her at the moment. She's super busy, got a lot going on. So anyway, I'm so excited to have you here.
Aww.
And I'm so excited because I feel like you and I, we go way back. So this is about to be like super real. Like we're going to have real honest conversations. I know you, I've been known you. So like we'll have really good banter, which is what I'm excited about.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like, when we talk about life be lifing, life really be lifing.
Oh, it does.
And you and and you and us, because we're a group of 10 friends?
Yeah, we go back to college days,
Yeah.
Like, how many years is that? Half
19 years.
Half our lives.
We've been friends for 19 years,
yeah.
And it's so crazy because all our college friends are still our bestest friends till date. So that's just an amazing thing on its own.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm really excited because I think April and I share a lot together. Like we talk almost every single day and we go through life together. When she's going through something crazy, I'm right by her side. When I'm going through something crazy, she's here giving me advice. Look, we in the fields together. Yeah, we are war together. In the trenches together. So I'm really excited because I feel like the conversation is going to be very organic. It's going to be just great, to have all these really amazing conversations with you. So super excited. So tell us a little bit about you. Tell us a little bit about what does life be lifing mean to you?
So as mentioned, we met in college. I graduated. I currently work for. Ooh. Damn.
How personal do you want to be on this podcast?
That part, and also they will be like, you mentioned us, so let's scratch that.
All right,
I got a grown-up job.
I love it.
Grown-up money.
Tell them.
Let's project manager. There you go. To encompass what I do, I'm a project manager / business analysis analyst. Excuse me. I am married. Been married for 2 years. I would be considered a dink. Have you heard of that?
No. What is a dink?
A dink is shoot. It's pretty. I forgot the acronym and what it means, but it's pretty much like couples who are married and making over 100 figures, but no kids.
Ah.
Dual income, no kids. That's what it means.
Oh, I've never heard of that before.
Yeah. Okay. And that's a part of the life be life, and because my husband and I fall into that.
And taxes be getting y'all, right?
Hell yeah. Because they think, oh, you ain't got no kids. You don't need all that. I do. Okay.
Just to show you how life be life when it comes to taxes. So I'm single, mm-hmm. And it's so fun. I'm not married. And when I went to do my taxes last year, my tax guy was like, wait, you're still single? Why? And then he opens his computer and he's like, Look at what you'll make if you were married.
Oh my God.
But look at what you're making because you're single. Like, honestly, I was like, pressure. I need to get married before the end of this year, okay? So that my taxes could be popping, okay?
Oh, Lord. Why would
Any contenders, please call me.
Like, sir, if you care so much, then you marry me for this money.
You know what's funny? I actually told him, I'm like, have you got sons? All right, then. And then he goes, no, my son's too young for you. I was like, then why are you disturbing me?
Facts.
I was like, I could be a sugar mama. But yeah, but okay, dink. That's a new word. I love that. Very, very Gen Z. Okay, I love that. How old are you, April?
Love.
Old enough. Late 30s.
You know what? Let's say
do we consider ourselves mid-30s or late 30s?
Girl, we're past the mid.
You think so?
We are. We're past it. You know, okay, so what are you on those applications, right? And they have those age range.
Yeah.
Girl, you know that we're past 35. So now we're in the 35
so what is
plus.
What is considered early 30s? So 30 to...
Early 30s is 35 and below. So early 30 would be like 31, 32, 33.
So 35 is the only mid.
34, 35, 36 is like touching of mid. And then after that, it's
I feel like they should add 37 to mid. Because I feel like I still feel young. I still feel good. And I don't feel like I'm close to 40 yet.
Well, you know,
I feel like I'm closer to 35 than I am to... You know, sometimes I actually forget my age. And I'm like, yeah, I'm 35. And I'm like, wait, no, you're not, Mo. No, you're not. That's crazy.
Well, you know, I'm the baby of the group, so I don't got to worry about them.
You're actually still 36. So technically, you're still in your mid-30s.
Mid, that is true. That is very true.
Hey, but so just a couple of months, you're going to be right here with us, clocking 40. I
always got hate, though. But yes, I'm 36.
Okay, and for you, what does life be lifing mean to you?
Life be lifing, it's kind of like... You know those memes that we see where like somebody's just walking along and then boom,
gotcha. That's what life
just hit them. Or matter of fact, the best picture yet is where you see the cartoon of the guy standing and he's surrounded by people about to get jumped, and it says bills, life, kids, insurance, and it's just your one little page.
That is an exact image of life be lifing for sure.
Yeah, so that's how I be thinking like life be lifing. It's just like you could just be feeling like you're doing so well or you're doing okay, and then something just hits you out of curveball.
Yeah,
like a huge curveball, and it could just be like you're not prepared for it, or maybe you was prepared for it, like but shit, you're still going through the shit and then not realizing like, dang, like I didn't know it was gonna be like this.
Yeah. I feel like you're right. I think one of the biggest things for me is just trying to navigate life. Like all the different aspects of life at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like that's where my life be lifing. Like I'm trying to work out. I'm trying to eat healthy. I'm trying to do this. And then it's like, as I'm trying to eat healthy, then next thing you know, I fracture my foot. I can't work out anymore. Life be lifing. You know, like just, there's just always something that just always like doesn't let me just become like a full all-rounder with life.
First of all, the fact that we're the new adults, ew. Because I don't feel like an adult.
Heavy on the ill.
I really don't be feeling like an adult. I really don't.
When you were younger, do you feel like the people who were in their 30s when you were in your 20s or teens, so do they look older to you?
So like I feel like we had this conversation before. Yes. So we were saying that back in the days, people in their 30s, like when we was like 10, 15, whatever, the people in their 30s look 50. And I don't know if it's because, I mean, back in the day, a lot of shit was raw, you know, so they really had to fight for what we have, half of the stuff that we have today. But then also I feel like a lot of them was a bit more established because, of course, things were a bit cheaper back then.
Yeah.
So, you know, by 30s, you have a home, like you're married, kids, established in your career, all those things. So I don't know if maybe stress made them look older. Like, I don't know, but they really felt adult in my mind, my kid mind back then in the 30s.
Yeah.
That's what I'm like, ew.
So do you think teenagers now look at us that way?
So the funny thing is, one night, me, you, and our mutual friend of ours, Kadeem, we came out of a club, and there was these young people sitting on the corner Look at me saying young people. There was these people sitting outside, right? And one of them was like, oh, I just turned 30. Oh my God, life is over. Yeah, and I'm like, bitch. Like, what? So
Talk to us 7 years after.
So I feel like the younger crowd comes at us for our age. However, they really can't come at us for anything else because some of us look way back. Sorry, Gen Z, but some of us be looking like we're younger than y'all. I'm sorry. I'm like, what's going on here? Millennials, whatever y'all doing, keep it up because a lot of y'all have been aging backwards. It looks great on y'all. But as far as like being established, I don't feel like, well, some of us, I feel like back in the day there was more established 30-year-olds, and I feel like now it's probably like half of us is established while the rest of us is still trying to figure it out.
What I don't even understand is why is 30 considered old? Because wait, let me break
that's a valid question.
Let me break this down. When you're born, when you're in your zeros, like your one digits, right? Mm-hmm. Your parents are basically taking care of you. You're a kid, right? You get into your teenage years, you know, you're just starting this not even independence, more of like becoming who you are, but parents are still taking care of you.
Right.
Then you get into your 20s, where you go to college, you're just now learning to be independent, right? If you get a job or your school or whatever. Your 30s is when you're finally just starting to live your life.
Yeah.
So why is it considered old? Like, it annoys me so much, and it's not even the fact that people call us old. It's even more of the fact that our bodies be feeling old too. Like, you be getting gray hair, your ankles be hurting, your knees be hurting at 30. Like, I'm just like, I don't understand why 30s is old.
I think it's a combination of everything we just said, right? Like back in the days, 30s, people was established. They did look older back then. So it's kind of like we just held on to that mindset and just go, okay, when you say 30s, you an adult, you old, you should be having your kids with your house and the picket fence and all that stuff. But I think with us millennials,
but it's not just them; it's also our bodies.
Well, yeah, because we're on the descent, right? Our bodies, but we're on the descent. I feel like 30s is the peak of
how can we be on descent when we just got there? Like, we literally just got to 30. Like, I feel like people live to like 80, right?
Well, now, but think about how long people used to live back in the day.
200s and something.
No, that's you talking about Bible days. They lived that
BC before.
Yeah, like they were dying at like 50.
Really?
Yeah, they were dying young back in the days.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow! I never. I guess I don't know. Like, I've always known grandmas and all that, like great grandmas, to like live really, really long. My great grandma lived to like 100 and something. So I guess in my mind, I just always thought like most people live to like 80, 90, God willing. So like, let's make 40 the older 45. Be like, all right, now you old at 45.
But I think that's what's happening now, though.
Well, life be lifing with my body. Like, I feel, honestly, I've never had health scares, body stress, financial. Like, think about it. 30s, everything hits.
Well, see, that's the thing. Were you really taking care of yourself in your 20s, though?
I mean, I was exercising by dancing in the clubs.
Bruh. And you hydrate with
hands on your knees.
And you hydrated with
the Red Bulls,
and
the Hennessy's.
Yep. I was trying to remember the drink back in the day, like
Hypnotic.
Yes.
Hypnotic, 99 Banana.
Yes. Oh my God.
Grey Goose, even though that's
if you had Four Locals, I can understand why.
Devil Springs.
Oh, don't ever mention that criminal.
But you're right. Okay, you know what? I see that. Maybe because in our 20s we didn't really take care. We were drinking more champagne, having more bubbly pee than we were actually supposed to be drinking water.
Yep.
All right, maybe that's why. Because I was just like, I hate the fact that everybody makes 30s just sound so old when really and truly, in my mind, I feel like I'm still really young.
I mean, that's the age that everything hits. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, before my husband and I got married, I said to him, like, hey, we need to start doing this, that, and the third, change our diet, change how we doing things, blah, 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 because the last thing I want is for us to get married and I'm paying medical bills because we always sick. Like, no. So, like, and the funny thing is, like, I just naturally just knew that in my head. Like, I just feel like 30s is just that peak of your body, and then you just naturally start to descend from there.
But then for some people who don't take care of their bodies, right? Because we saw that lady who was 61 that was super healthy, said she drinks lemon water every morning. I've been drinking lemon water every morning since we watched that video, and I'm not going to lie, my digestive system has been working. So there is some magic in that. So now the only one I need to do now is eat carbs eat rice only twice a month. Okay, that's the one I'm struggling with.
Don't say twice a year, because I'm like, girl.
Oh, speaking of health, let me tell you how life be lifing when it comes to health. So I recently did like some blood work and all that stuff, and they came back to me and said my ketones is low, meaning that, you know, if when you basically go on keto diet, or, you know, you don't eat enough carbs. So now they're saying I need to eat carbs because my ketones is too low. And I'm like, okay, if I eat carbs, then how am I supposed to lose my belly, lose my body, like lose weight?
Like, carbs is a part of life, right?
No, but carbs, I guess maybe if I was eating like veggies, right? Maybe that would help. But like in my mind, I was just like, oh my God.
But you can still have carbs.
But not when you're trying to lose.
Yes, you can.
But it's stressful. Like, I'm trying to lose like today.
No.
Like, be skinny tomorrow.
So here's another thing that I think most of us millennials tend to have this issue. Well, most of the people I've come across, I'm not even just saying just my friends. We want instant results. We want
instant gratification.
Yes, we want that. And we have to understand that's not how it works. Maybe dieting, maybe starting a business, maybe whatever the hell you're doing, you're picking up a hobby. It doesn't manifest into success tomorrow. Okay? So you can have carbs. It's all about moderation, portion, and also, like, I think I ever said
to be honest, a balanced diet.
Yeah, balanced diet. I even mentioned to you, like, you could try cyclical carbs, where it's like you cycle carbs into your diet, like maybe once or twice a week, or for your case, you say you want to do it twice a month. That's cycling, you know? So your body can still get the necessary carbs it needs, but you're not, you know, sending yourself to the ER.
You know, one thing I've been wanting to try for the longest is having one day of the week where I go like cold turkey fasting, just water. I've heard that does magic.
Remember, I did that.
That does magic to the body.
Juicing cleanse
for like one day.
Week.
Oh, no, I've done. Those are not sustainable because, you know, you can't drink juice forever. But I'm saying like every week you can eat whatever you want, but one day out of the week
you just
don't eat. Apparently, your cells regenerate. Like, there's so much healing that happens in your body in that one day of not eating. So everyone I know that's done it or that do it, they look super healthy.
I don't know. It sounds like my body's going to turn on itself and just eat myself from the inside.
But that's it. It's regenerating your cells.
Oh, by eating myself from the inside out.
It's eating all the bad stuff. So all the fat gonna go. It really helps. Like, you should research it. It's actually
I definitely have to research.
If you've ever done this and you're listening, please let us know. Did it really work for you?
Please drop a comment about that. About like that 1 day fasting. That's what you said?
Yeah, 1 day fasting. Just 1 day out of the week. Okay. Just don't eat. So maybe if you say like every Monday.
What about no water, no nothing?
No, you can drink water. It's like a water fast.
That kind of concept is popular in I think it's an Indian culture. Yeah, I don't know if it's Ramadan or one of their...
Ramadan, they don't eat for a long time.
Yeah, it's one of their holidays that they don't eat for, like, I think it's over 24 hours or so. And then, because I remember I had a coworker, he did that. Like, he was fasting, and I was just amazed. But then again,
Christians,
he was a tiny thing, too, so...
But yeah, I'm going to try it, but I want to know if it works first. So if you've ever done it, listeners, please let me know. Give me some motivation. Let us know if it works. But yeah, people that have done it definitely look so much better. But yeah, I have another question. So at work, do you believe the person that kisses ass wins over the person that works the hardest?
Absolutely.
I'm sorry. I feel like I fall in the work hard part. And I'm starting to see that. Like where the person who kisses ass the most
that's
and
the
does nothing
unfortunate
wins.
absolute truth of corporate America.
Wow.
It is more about the ass you kiss,
Yeah,
than the papers that you push out or the emails or whatever you put out. Because all I've seen, and again, drop in the comments if you encounter differently where your hard work actually paid off
versus
kissing ass. But from what I've seen being in corporate America and being in other discussions,
yeah,
it's usually the person that is willing to brown nose the boss, be in the boss face every minute, talk, even if it's nonsense. But the fact that they're talking, their voice is heard.
Yeah.
Versus the person who is staying at work late, doing the reports, doing the presentations, all those things, they get overlooked. If anything, they get pushed for more work because they're like, you're now seen as the reliable cog. While the person who's the mouthpiece, they're seen as the reliable speaker because they got the personality, they got the their people are looking at it as, unfortunately, it shouldn't be. It should be about your work, but it's a social thing. It's a social thing. They feel like, oh, I could trust Mo to go out there and represent me because of how they conduct themselves in the office. I can't tell that from an email that you sent with a report on it.
I see that. But I think culture plays like a really big role in this because in Nigeria, they teach you to work hard, right? So you're just like, I want to make sure I get it right. I want to make sure I do it. I want to make sure I do this. And then kissing ass has just never been my thing. Like, I don't enjoy it. I don't like it. I'm like, let the results speak for itself. So now it's like I'm starting to see that like the kissing ass thing is definitely like a play.
Yeah,
especially with the white people, right?
Yeah, especially when it comes to like,
so they don't work as hard, but they definitely just know how to. I mean, I've always known that. Like, I remember being like at a job, and like this one lady, she'll go up in meetings and just talk, and everyone's nodding, and I'm like listening, and I'm like, yo, she's not making any sense. Am I bugging? Do I not know my product? Right? And then after the meeting, I remember going up to people like, oh, did you understand what she was talking about? And they're like, no. I was like, but you were all nodding your head in the thing. And they're like, well, if she, it's almost like she sounded like she knew what she was saying. I think that was the moment I was like, wow, people know how to bullshit their ways just by talking.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I feel like a lot of white people have over black people, because black people were used to either being silenced or like, make sure you know what you're saying before you say it, or being scared to voice it because you're like, am I the one that's wrong, without being confident in what you're saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but there's also the like, people have a tendency to like, what you call it, like when you climb on top of people to get to the top, because I know I've seen too many times in emails where this one person don't do anything, right? The one time they're given something and it doesn't go their way, they are quick to throw people under the bus.
Yep.
To make themselves look good.
Oh, trust me, I know.
You know what I'm saying? So there's that, and then the brown nosing. So it's like, yeah, it's unfortunate that it should be hard work, but it is the ass kissing. So next time you do a report, add a little sprinkle of a brown nose in there. I know you don't want to. I know a lot of it's like the work should speak for itself, but if you want to move faster up in the corporate, you got to brown nose a little bit, or just chuck the deuces and move on to someplace else.
Yeah, I think for me, I like to be friendly. I like to like be friendly, be nice. Of course, have the answers if I have it. Like, help people out. Like, that's more of my personality at work. And I just feel like, but the kissing ass part is just hard for me. Like,
I get it.
The moment I know you like your ass kiss, I'm not doing it. I'm not going to tell you what you want to do.
I'm the same way. I'm the same way. For me, that's why I like. I know you're a director. For me, I'm considered an individual contributor, which means I don't have anybody working underneath me. I work for for myself. I'm independent. And I prefer it that way, honestly.
A lot of people do.
Yeah, because at one time, it's frustrating to have people work for you. That's one. And two, it's like, your work speaks for itself. You know, like I'm responsible for it, whatever the case may be. And if I choose to brown nose, then I will do it. Most of the time I don't. Yeah. But because I have such a bubbly personality, and when I talk to people, they tend to remember me that way. But I don't do the ass kissing either. I just, if you're not going to promote me, I'll just leave.
Yeah, you're right. I think, that's it's not really a struggle for me anymore, but I think when I first started like managing people, I think it's like, I got to do my own work. I got to put me first. Yep. I got to put me first. But then you're coming with me with all this other work. I'm like, my workload is doubled.
So what I just mentioned about leaving, I want to like expound on that because I know that's a new generation type of thing. Because I know growing up, our parents taught us to work hard, find a job with a good pension, sit your ass there, and retire. That's what most retire good, right? Which is what most of them was able to do.
True. Yeah.
Not too many. Yeah, not so much nowadays. And now it's about jumping from job to job. Do you feel like that? Especially since we're in the middle. We're stuck between the baby boomers and Gen X and Gen Z, where Gen X and boomers are like strict by the book, and Gen Z are like la la free spirit, you know.
Gen Z, I could go on about them forever.
But we're in the middle, right? Where it's like we got our parents' teaching, but we're also learning from the younger generation. Do you feel like that concept of like pick up and go can really apply to us?
So in today's world, I feel like it depends on your industry, to be honest. I feel like in the tech industry, it's very shaky, right? So a lot of people move a lot, and also a lot of people move a lot because of money.
Right.
So it's almost like I'm working with you for 3 years, 4 years. I'm not getting promoted. I'm not getting more money. Or you hear like other people in the same position as you, maybe an equal directors coming in later and getting paid double what you're getting paid, but they don't want to match.
Right.
So it's almost like, what do you do in that instance, right? Then you're like, all right, let me apply to other jobs and see what's out there. And then I feel like people should negotiate. So like, see what somebody else is offering you, and then we're in New York, so you can hear the the ice cream truck. But anyway, I think people, instead of just jumping, it's almost like get whatever, like, okay, this company is offering me this, and then taking it to the new job and say, hey, do you want to match this or do better? So then, like negotiate.
Right.
And I think it's only fair to negotiate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, you definitely helped me out with that a lot for my current job.
100%. Yeah. I think it's very important right now, especially in this economy, everything is so expensive. Like inflation is on another level.
Can we negotiate them prices?
I'm telling you, grocery shopping, another part of a life be lifing. Grocery shopping, I spend almost $600 a month on groceries. 600. I keep tabs of all my expenses, but 600, 400 to 600 on groceries. I spend over $100 every week on groceries, and this is because as you get older, you got to eat healthier. So you want to get, like, I don't buy frozen chicken from Walmart. I would go to Whole Foods because I want fresh, I want grass-fed, no antibiotics, no this, no that. You want it to be super healthy chicken. I'm not going to lie, there was one time my cousin and I bought chicken from Walmart, and we were trying to, like, flatten the chicken breast. And as we were hitting it, there was a muscle in the chicken that just kept shifting. I'm telling you, we were like, we ate it. And when I tell you, I was bloated for like 3 weeks. So ever since then, I'm like, nah, I'm buying like healthy chicken. I need to know it was roaming around, healthy, no antibiotics, none of the stuff. So, and I feel like, okay, you're also getting, like, for example, milk. We're all at that age where we need to be looking at ingredients that are in these things. When you just buy regular milk, you'll notice they put like sunflower oil in it, like all these random things. Like, why are they putting oil in milk? So you want to buy almond milk.
Well, I stopped drinking milk, but I didn't know that.
Yeah. When I started looking at ingredients, that's when I started seeing that, like, wow, America is literally poisoning us. Like if you don't look at it, sugar, they fill everything with added sugar. Sometimes you see added sugar 14%, 30%. Why do you have so much sugar
I
in food
really be
when we're in
wondering,
an
like,
when we're in an economy where diabetes is huge?
I really be wondering, like, why do we even have the FDA if this is going to be a constant thing?
It's
Matter of fact,
crazy.
you heard about the recall with the eggs, right?
No, I did not.
Yep. So, egg recall linked to salmonella outbreak in 9 states that left dozen ill. FDA recalls eggs.
Eggs? Do you know how many people eat boiled eggs every morning? Like,
Girl,
what?
and it's making you sick, apparently.
I only eat pasteurized eggs too. That's another expensive habit with grocery shopping. Only pasteurized eggs. I read it somewhere, maybe on TikTok, that pasteurized eggs are the healthiest eggs and don't have anything blah blah blah. So that's what I eat.
I do straight egg whites.
Yeah. Oh really?
Yeah, I don't even
egg
do
whites.
egg.
I don't know. It just does not work.
I'm sorry.
But it's also expensive. Like everything is just expensive. You want to buy milk that's healthy. I spend $6 on like that little carton of milk every week.
Girl,
things are really expensive.
Everything is expensive. Everything has gone up. Like,
so as an adult, when you have to buy your own groceries, life be for me. And mind you, I'm feeding one. So sometimes I wonder, I'm like, yo, would I imagine people that have like 4 kids, husband and wife, you're a family of 6
that can't afford the healthy food and have to go for the cheaper option.
But even if you can, like, it's still expensive. If you're a middle class person, like, it's still expensive because now you have to feed 6 people. You gotta be on coupons, man. I'm about to be on. I need some coupon books.
Join me and be a dink. No kids.
Yeah, I'm trying to get married just to take care of these payments. Let's split it in half, okay? Or maybe a quarter. I take a quarter, you take the rest. 2/3.
Facts, because it's just like, life be life, and
life be lifing. Like,
that's like the most frustrating part because we really do be trying to eat healthy, and every day something new comes out where it's like they're trying to shift us towards a healthier option, but it's just
not affordable.
It's either not affordable or is it really healthy? Because what are you putting in it?
Yep. So there was something. Let's shift gears a little bit. So there was something Ice-T tweeted today, and he said, "This new pronoun thing is too confusing for me. I'm just gonna keep calling people MF." And I thought it was hilarious because I feel like this is also part of that new generation versus old generation thing.
Is that MF like male?
Motherfucker.
Gotcha. Okay, that's my first thought. Okay.
Now I have to leave that part, okay? But like it's just gonna be like MF because it's like, why do I need to say she, he? Because now I think for me, I struggle with it too because it's like the they thing. Like I struggle with the they because I feel like we've lost the meaning. I feel like they should have just come up with something else versus a they. Because now they, which was plural, is no longer plural. Is now one person. It's confusing.
I think that's the one pronoun that has me confused, the they part. Because I get it. You don't want to conform to a gender construct. So you just go with they.
But don't go with they. They should have come up with something else. That was a little neutral.
It's still a little confusing because in my head, yes, they is plural. So now I'm like, so am I talking to one person in one body?
Yeah.
Like, how many MFs are in there? Like.
So, do you think people will be offended if he says MF?
Of course. Of course.
You can't win.
No.
But I think the gender thing confuses me a lot too. I'm like, even in applications now, it's in applications. They're like, which one do you identify as he, she, they? I'm like, if I say a they, how does that impact job, like your job application?
They won't. It's about how they address you.
Oh, that's why they ask?
Mm-hmm.
So they could be like, yeah.
Yeah, it's about how they address you. And then, of course, to let hey, this is how this person would like to be addressed. It's not he, it's not she, it's they. Yeah. They prefer to go like, hey.
I really wish they came up with something else because it's just so confusing. What? Like, think about it. We grew up where they was plural. Because now it's confusing because it's like, what do you teach your kids? Like, how do you even teach your kids they is plural when they is also singular now? They're going to be so confused. Like kids.
I mean, well, they're gonna be. Well, the kids are gonna grow up in that environment, so that's gonna be
So
their
it's gonna be
normal.
normal to them.
Yeah, that's gonna be their normal. Where it wasn't normal for us, you know.
Yeah.
So if that's how they want to identify, that's how they would like to be identified, and I'm gonna leave it at that. But it is a bit confusing. You know what's also confusing? The cisgender thing.
What is that? Yo, I'm so. You know what? I'm telling you. I think I locked my mind at my generation for that. Like I don't know.
I don't want to be incorrect here, so I'm gonna get the correct definition.
And I have nothing against it. It's just confusing. Like I feel like the more.
Oh no, the pronoun thing I don't. The cisgender thing I do.
Cisgender.
Yes, I actually have a personal vendetta against that because.
You need to tell us what cisgender is first.
First of all, cisgender describes someone whose internal sense of gender corresponds with the sex person was identified as having birth. So, to pretty much sum that up in layman terms, it's pretty much how you was naturally born. So, I've seen plenty of times that go like, oh, you're a cisgendered female, meaning you're a natural born female.
So do they say that to like transgenders?
No, so it's to separate from the transgenders. Like, you know how, matter of fact, not even to separate from the transgenders. It was, in my opinion, this is solely my opinion because I know other people will come and like, no, this is the real history. And my sole opinion is because a lot of trans, and I mostly see it with the trans women, want to be identified as women minus the trans. They want to be just seen as women. Called
like
women.
I'm not a trans, I'm a woman.
Exactly. Okay. They want to drop the trans and be considered just as women.
Yep.
Now, I don't blame them in that regards because if you want to go, yes, I'm a trans woman. However, when you address me, just like we was talking about the pronouns, he, she, dress me as she, dress me as a woman, stuff like that. But then why do you have to create this cisgender box for us natural women because you want to take away?
Oh, so we are considered cisgender.
Yes,
not them.
No, not them. Cisgender is us.
No. How are you going to give us a label?
Exactly.
We were the original women. So then you're the cisgender.
No. Cisgender is pretty much your natural, like, how they say it's weird because even the definition is confusing.
So let me ask a question. Who okays this thing? Is there like a board of director that says this is the new lingo?
I don't know where these lingos be coming from.
Yeah, or does someone just wake up today and say, you know what, I'm gonna call you a bro gender because you look like a man? Like, what does?
I don't know. I just know that like.
And then the world is like, ooh,
But that's why I said that this, in my opinion, came about from the trans women who don't want to be identified as trans women. They want to be seen as women, going through certain surgeries to even like give birth and all those things, titties, remove the penis, all those things, so they can be seen as a quote unquote. And I'm sorry, it is a quote unquote. Because you wasn't born as one woman. And so much so that now they felt like they have to create a category for natural born women. That's why I have, and hey, y'all could cancel me today, but I will still stand 10 toes down. I am highly, highly against cisgender. That you don't identify me as that. Cisgender. I will not acknowledge that, and I will not state it. Because there's no need for it. There's absolutely no need. If you trans women want to be seen as women, join the party. You are a woman. But don't try to box us natural women and say, no, you're cisgendered. What the hell? No.
Yo, I feel like
if that's the case, you're cisgendered male. You want me to say that to you?
Exactly. Like, but who comes up with these things? Like, I feel like every day it's like a whole new terminology. And who says, yes, this is it? No, this is not. I guess it's like the English language. Like, who came up with the English language and said, yes, this is it, and this is she? And
that's true. That is true.
Yeah. All right, so we recently went to the Usher concert. And when I tell you, Usher was looking hella fine. Like, he's 45. He looked so good.
So damn good.
And I thought his performance was amazeballs. Like, it was worth me flying in for that trip. I loved the concert. What were your thoughts, April?
Well, first of all, I love Usher. Like, I love this man. Loved him from the beginning to the end. Like, love this man, okay? So I am saying this with love.
She a hater. Technically.
I am not a hater. The concert was good, but I did see Usher's age. I did see it, like, and I don't mean wrinkles or like stomach, because that man still got abs.
His body.
His body was.
Let's talk about his body for a second. He looked so plump. At some point, I just wanted to like grab it, like, or just run my hands. Oh yeah, my bad. But damn, he fine. Fantasizing all the way.
He was fine. He was fine. It's just, when I mean, like, he showed his ages, there were certain moves that he was doing that were like half stepping, half energy, just taking his time. And Usher be on point, Usher be sharp, Usher be So the fact that he was just half stepping, doing, I got the tape. I got the tape. When you see his dances going hard and he's just, Daddy's
he
home,
was
mad
tired.
soft. I was like,
he was tired at some point. He performed for 2.5 hours.
Yes, he did.
Like,
no breaks.
No breaks.
I'll
he
give
was
him that.
coming out. What was your favorite part of the show?
Oh, of course, the roller skate part. When he came out on the roller skates. When he was in the red fur coat, I felt like the zaddy came out in him, because that smile, the wink, the swag. Yeah.
The red was sexy.
Yeah, so that whole segment of him in the red fur coat, I loved it.
Did you notice in the show he kept referring to like daddy issues?
Yeah.
I thought that was very interesting.
Yeah, so it is interesting because, and we can transition over to that because we can stay on Usher all day. But I like that. I like that vulnerability. I like that he opened that to us, to the audience, because I feel like Usher always like drops little stuff about himself. Kind of like, well, no, Beyonce's completely closed off.
She came out with something in GQ where she said she wants her art to be an art, and like,
she actually spoke to us.
She said that's why she doesn't really show, which I agree, because sometimes I feel like with these celebrities, their personal life becomes what everyone talks about, and not necessarily their music or all that stuff. But like with Beyonce, it's always been consistently her music, her craft. Yeah. And same thing with Usher too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I like that he opened that door for us to see into his personal life. That was really dope of him. And to even like, show like, I'm not perfect. I'm a human. I messed up throughout my life.
Yeah.
I love that he showed from baby Usher to future old man Usher. Like, I loved it.
Long time.
Yeah, he has.
I think my favorite part of the show, which I thought was like was more entertaining, was him and Taraji. I don't know. It just made me like smile just seeing her there.
Our generation.
Yeah. But yeah, it was really nice. I liked that segment of like bringing, like, getting close to celebrities and stuff. I was wishing he would pick like a random person as well, just to make that person's day. Like, you celebrities like hang out with each other all the time. Maybe he's like, yo, I don't want to get in trouble again.
I was just about to say, I think he's done ruining people's marriages. Like, he got his own to protect.
Yeah, his wife is probably in the back like, oh, you better go to somebody we know. But nah, that concert to me was really good. I enjoyed every second of it.
Yeah, it was,
and it was sold out because it was filled to. My sister went the next day and she said it was also filled to the brim, like to the top.
Yeah, I think all
3 days.
3 days were sold out. Yeah,
wow,
that was sold out.
He deserves it. He deserves all the flowers and everything else. Anyway, this has been an amazing conversation. So as we wrap up our first episode, so let's talk about what we're manifesting for the rest of 2024. We're all about growth this season. So, like, what are some of your goals?
Do
you have any?
I do, actually. Like, I have a little planner on my fridge where it's like I try to write down like things to do and stuff like that. And one thing I definitely said for myself is like I wanted to pretty much getting a handle on my finances before the end of the year.
Mm.
So I could go into next year with already like a set plan instead of like, oh, I'm waiting to the end of the year to make a plan. Like, no, I want to
start
now to get a plan in action. So then it's not so much me struggling to get that plan going. It's me, okay, I went through the struggles. I went through the whole, I failed or I got to start over or, you know, those trial periods. So by 2025, it's go. So
I like that. That's actually dope because we're literally in the third quarter, you know, ending of third quarter.
Well, yeah, end of third quarter going into the fourth. Yeah.
Yeah. I think for me, like manifesting that amazing body, amazing health, just being like just being at my optimum. Is that the word? Just being at my optimum, like my best, and seeing what's at the other side of the door. Like when I reach this goal, what's next? I know there's going to be discipline that comes out of it. There's going to be structure. There's going to be routine that works.
Most important, and the pain of our existence, consistency.
That's like, in fact, that is it. I want to be consistent and disciplined. That's what I'm manifesting till the end of the year. And I know I can do it because honestly, if I remove distractions, I can definitely do it. And I think going through therapy has helped me to silence my mind, all those distracting noise, and focus on things that I want. So I think that's my biggest thing is getting to my goal.
You know, I know we're wrapping up, but a book that I want to throw out there, I think everybody have heard of this book, is Building Atomic Habits or something like that. And the one part in there that I was just like, wow, like, okay, this is smart. Is like, you know, we tend to tackle our problems a certain kind of way, but instead of like tackling from the outside coming in, we should be tackling from the inside going out.
And that's it.
And they said, like, which I'm trying to do for myself as well, think of who you want to be. And you say you want to be like pretty much like a fitness model at this point. Like you want to look bomb.com.
Wait, relax, okay?
I'm putting it out there. I'm manifesting for you. Fitness model, here we come.
Pressure. I just want to be healthy, okay? I want to be healthy. I want to look good. I want to lose my belly. I want to be like, I want to just look good. Let's put it that way.
So she want to be a fitness model, right? So just run with it. So, but it's just like, I only say that it's a good example of saying like, okay, I want to be a fitness model. Like, what are the steps to get there? And then from there, it's kind of like, all right, what kind of habits do I need to have? What kind of food I need to have in my fridge? What do I need to keep in my presence, keep out of my presence, stuff like that. And I thought that was like such good advice in regards to like how we should handle things, because I never thought about tackling a problem that way. Like, you know, start from me, like, damn, me, I'm the problem? Well, of course, that's why we're here.
Am I the drama?
So like, yeah. Like,
I like that. You know, something that, so for people who go through burnouts, right? I think recently I had like panic attack, burnout. Like I went into the country for like 2 weeks because I was just like, my life is going in a weird direction and I don't know what's happening. And honestly, I took the time to kind of go through like all the different areas in my life. Like I was so honest with myself. I wrote physical, mental, relationships, social, like everything, spiritual, everything. And I started with where am I now? And where am I trying to go? And what are my blockers? Like what's stopping me from getting there? And when I was able to release those blockers and like just look at them, I was actually like, oh wow, like I can stop this, I can do this, I can actually create this to help me with this, you know. And ever since, I don't know if you've noticed, like August, I came back like just life has been better because I've been following that structure of like now I have like a purpose. I know exactly what I need to be doing, and that has really helped me a lot. So in terms of this manifesting goal, I think it's really just about leveling up, because I think one thing that's big for me is like, I keep saying like I do the same things over and over again. I want to lose weight and then I lose a little and I'm like, oh, you know, I didn't get to where I want to be. But think about it, and this could be helpful to anybody, right? Like if you give yourself 90 days to focus on you, focus on developing those things that you've been complaining about or nagging about, and you say, you know what, I'm going to take 90 days to focus on these things and get it done. A lot of times when you get to the end of that journey and you actually like lose the weight and so much more opportunities come that like blessings come out of that. That like you don't even know what's there until you get there. But a lot of people never get there because they just wish or hope or expectations, but just never reach it.
Right.
So I think one of my biggest things is like, if I get my body to what I want, I get my mind, I get my routine, like life just, I'm working on doing this podcast weekly, like doing the things, my creative juices, my YouTube, everything is just going. What would my life look like? I'm sure there could be brand opportunities. There could be maybe TikTok blows up. Like you don't know what could
You don't know where it
happen.
could take you.
Even just recording like podcasts, like doing it with your heart. Anybody can listen to this and be like, oh my God, let's sponsor this. Like it's just manifesting. It's just doing your best and then letting God take you through the rest. Like let it handle, I got you. He says it all the time. So leveling up, I really want to level up this year and just take things to that next level, unlock that next level.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to do start my finance journey from now instead of waiting till
I love
year,
that.
exactly
I love
what
that.
You just said.
Yeah, I love that.
All
So
right.
to our listeners, we want to say thank you for tuning in to our first episode of season
2.
Hey, we've got so much coming your way. More laughs, more real talks, and definitely more life be lifing moments.
But we got this.
But we got this. So until next time, remember, life be lifing.
But we got this, folks.
Yes, we do. All right. Bye.
Bye.